What's up, guys? Dark Dally here, playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, and today I'm here with my friend Zero, and we're finally doing a much requested video. This is probably one of the most requested weapon tests I've had over who knows how long. Yes, guys, we're finally going to start LMG testing. And today we're going to start with the one I have here. I think the Stoner is a reasonable place to start. It's definitely an LMG that a lot of people like to use. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to see how this fares versus assault rifles. We're going to find an appropriate assault rifle, and then we're going to run them through the ringer and see, are LMGs really viable to use over an AR? Zero's here. Zero, what's your thoughts on this?
I don't see the point in using an AR when you can use an LMG.
Well, that's a valid point, especially when, in this case, we can suppress this one. Now, let's have a look at it. Right now, I have it broken down stock. So let's go look at our parts. The first thing I want to do is, let's just kind of get a feel for this weapon. Let's see how it compares in bullet drop versus an AR. How does it compare? Let's get us a long barrel. It's going to be our first thing. And can we put a rangefinder on this thing? Okay, we can't. So all we can do is long barrel. That's all we're going to be able to do for the bullet drop. Well, let's see. With just a long barrel, let's see where we can hit on this wall, which we have lined up here at 250 meters. Wow, there's a surprisingly limited choice of optics. All right, so we're going to be using the EXPS-3. All right, so let's take one shot here at 250 meters with the Stoner LMG. Let's go ahead and recon this shot. Let's see where it hit. And then I want to compare this with an assault rifle. People have been requesting that I test the LMGs. I think the best way to do it would be to compare them with an assault rifle. So there's where we hit. That's actually pretty high on the wall. You know what, guys? Why don't we just okay? What's a good AR? What do you think, Zero? What should we compare this with?
Aug A3's got the least bullet drop, so compared to that.
Aug A3 is the highest hitting assault rifle. So here's what we'll do. We're going to take an Aug A3. We're going to fit it with the same parts, test this, and then we're going to go test some damage as well. I just want to let you guys know we are going to be doing that first. Let's grab us an Aug A3. And I'll be going through all the LMGs in various ways. We'll see how it works. Let's have a look at the parts here. First, let's put the same optics on this just so that we're on even playing ground. Let's take the rangefinder off. This way, both weapons have a long barrel. So here we have both weapons with the same optics and a long barrel. None of those other parts will matter towards bullet drop. So here we are with the Aug A3. Let's take a shot. There we go. Now let's have a look. We know the Aug A3 is the most accurate assault rifle in the game. How does the LMG match up with it? Look at that. I figured we might see this. Look, LMGs are just naturally going to have longer barrels. Look where those bullet holes are. There you see the lower one is the Aug A3. The higher one is the Stoner. Okay, so we've already had some success in our test. Now, let's run these through the ringer and damage. All right, so we're starting out here. We're going to start this test. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the Aug A3 first. We're going to stop this convoy truck. Looks like we got him stopped. Okay, we're going to start now. I want to let you guys know I have this Aug A3. I have this thing modified to the max. No, I'm not pulling any punches. Let's see how this works versus the LMG. First up is the Aug A3. Okay, that guy's down with about 4 shots. That guy is down with about 4 shots. We got some more targets over here in the distance. Go up a little bit for the bullet drop. Now, as far as an assault rifle goes, this thing has very little bullet drop. Okay, this guy is taking about, a lot of shots. That's what we're testing. Okay, he's down.
You're a little bit short. Fire a little bit higher.
Yeah. I'm going to fire a little higher. Thank you. Oh, that guy dropped with 2 shots. That must have been a headshot. Oh, there's another one right there. Oh, that was a 1 shot. Okay, so the Aug A3 is performing pretty well. Zero, do you have any other targets in visual range? I don't see any.
I've got 3 around the first Jeep. They're all lying prone, and I've got 3 around the second Jeep.
Copy that. I see him. Oh, he's down in 1 shot. Damn. Well, the Aug A3 is a beast of a weapon to compare an LMG against. This thing is a beast. Let's see if there's any more around here that I can see. We might have to move up. Let's look at the rear Jeep. See if there's any down here. Okay, So we've done a bit of long range shots. Let's move up and see how. I always like to do this, as you guys know, in my combat comparisons. I always like to move up a bit and see how they work in closer range kind of engagements. So let's move up, and then we're going to do this same test with the Stoner. Let's see, are these guys? Oh, I think we got a guy down here. Nope, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Okay, this is some tough competition for the Stoner right here. This thing's laying waste to him pretty good. Let's move up. Zero, do we have any targets out there?
One guy hiding behind the first Jeep.
Copy that.
And 4 hiding behind the other one.
All right, we'll get him. All right, here's where the fun comes in. Here's where we get to see how this works in close range engagement. Let's move up. We are in extreme difficulty, by the way. I'm not sure I laid that parameter out. We're on... Yeah, I see him. That's him down. Whew! And we got a guy on the gun on the rear one. I'll get him, don't worry about it. That's part of the test. I'll get him. That's him down. We got another one right here. That's him down. That's him down. Okay, guy, this is putting some pretty stiff competition. I'm not sure the LMG can beat this. And we are doing a test. That's it. That's convoy clear. All right, here's what we're going to do, guys. Yeah, we're going to reset this convoy, and then we're going to try the same thing with the Stoner. We saw the Stoner has better bullet drop than the Aug A3. This Aug A3 made pretty quick work of this. You guys saw I really hardly even took a hit. This was great at long range and close range engagement. Let's see how we do with the Stoner. All right, so now we got the same convoy, only this time we're using the Stoner LMG. Let's go ahead and have a look at my setup on it. I have it set up just like with the Aug A3. I have this set up as deadly as I can for maximum damage at this range. Now, the Aug A3, I was using the ACOG scope. That's not available here, so I'm using what I can. We're going to use the deadliest setup and compare the Stoner LMG head-to-head with the Aug A3 on this convoy. Let's see if we can take it down faster than the Aug, because to be honest, guys, that thing took it down pretty quick. Let's see what we can do. All right, here we go, guys. The chopper is down. We're going to wait for Zero to take out the truck. We're going to try to get the truck at the same range that we engaged this with the AR, and we're going to compare how the Stoner does. He should be taking a shot any second now.
That's it. Stop.
That's the truck down. All right, let's see what this thing can do. All right, we got a few shots in the truck. I'm not hitting any targets yet. Now, I should have less bullet drop with this, but I also have less zoom with my scope. I'm using an EXPS3 instead of the ACOG is one disadvantage I have. We have a few hits on him. Now, one thing is, you might use an LMG in a different way than an AR. See right there? I've already annihilated the truck. I have shot a couple of the guys. Oh, there's another hit.
That's them all dead.
No, there's some more hits. That's them dead. Okay. Now, we're gonna... Okay, we got some guys back here. Let's aim about here. There we go. That's him dead. It's him dead. Wow, that's 2 dropped already. Here, guys... Okay, we're out of ammo, so we just ran through 100 rounds of ammo. Let's actually move up. Let's go ahead and engage these now. Now, as to how I compare this to the Aug A3, that's actually tough. Now, this has better bullet drop. Here's the thing. I could have taken that entire convoy myself by simply mowing it down with this thing. Let's see how we do engaging this closer up firsthand. Let's see how this does with firsthand. There's a guy right in front of us. That's... Okay, we're getting more recoils. One problem. Let's get down. Okay, well, we went down. Now, you could mark that up to my shitty shooting. You could mark that up to whatever you want. Hey, Zero, could you get me up? So we can mark this up to whatever we want. This is actually unfortunate. The guys appear to be dead from an explosion. Okay, so this stuff, this stuff happens. But that's the purpose of this test, is I'm pretty much doing this under the same circumstances. Thanks for the res. We're pretty much doing this under the same circumstances. We still have one more target up somewhere, but I don't have visual on him. There he is. Okay, that's him down.
This is clear.
Yeah, I'm moving up around the truck, making sure we're clear. All right, so we did die there. That's a bit unfortunate, but I'd like to show you guys the real test, uncut. You know, I'm not going to cut out, you know, my mistakes or whatever. So you can say that was my mistake or not. Now, so here's the advantages. This thing is far more accurate over range. However, you can't get the same kind of zoom on your scope. You saw with the Aug A3, of course, I was using the best parts I could get. With the Aug A3, I was using the ACOG scope. With this, the best scope I can get really is just this reflex sight. So even though this has better bullet drop, I couldn't get as good an eye on the range. I gotta say, honestly, the Aug A3 performed better. Even though this is technically more accurate, the Aug A3 dispatched this more quickly. I didn't die with the Aug A3. I did die with this. You could say that's my mistake, but I did it the same way. How about Zero? Zero, you were here. What's your thoughts?
I blame your shitty shooting.
Well, that's not an exactly correct answer. My shooting could be shitty from time to time, but I was able, when I rushed the convoy with the Aug A3, I was able to engage all the targets with no problem. However, here I had a problem. Engaging targets, trying to quick scope like this, it's not as accurate. It's not as accurate. It doesn't scope into the exact place.
You just need to use an LMG in a slightly different way. You went and rushed forward like you were using an AR, but you're using a much heavier, slower weapon with it's harder to control. So what you do is you sit back a little bit further and fire in shorter bursts.
Okay, there we go. I think he said it well. So our initial LMG test, that's what we're gonna end up on. There's much more LMG tests to come, guys. This is not the only one. So here's the thing: they're more accurate over range. They're not as suited to rushing the targets. We were more successful rushing the targets, but in order to properly use this LMG, we should have stayed back, used our superior ammo capacity, and taken them out at range. Guys, there's many more LMG tests to come. This is not saying that the Aug A3 is better than the Stoner. This was an initial test of the Stoner. Now we know how to test these. We'll be testing it different next time. Guys, be sure to tell me what you think in the comments below, what you think I should do, how you think I should proceed with the LMG test, because this is something new to me. Obviously, we can't test them in the same way. Tell me what you think. Guys, it's been a real pleasure. I'm Dark Dally. I'm here with Zero. We will catch you guys next time.